California State University, Northridge. Welcome! If you are using Outlook and are interested in booking meetings quickly, whether it's with a small or large group of people, I am here to tell you the secret. Well, it's not really a secret, but I'm going to show you how to use an often underused tool called the Scheduling Assistant. Once you are finished with this tutorial, you should never have to email someone your schedule or to ask what their schedule looks like. And you won't have to request permission to look at anyone's work calendar to get something scheduled. Let's get started and learn something new. Once you have your Outlook client open, navigate to the Calendar portion by clicking on the Calendar button in the lower left-hand corner of the application. You will be defaulted to the calendar views of all the calendars you have open or checked. This example displays the view of a sample work calendar. So the first thing I'll show you is how to get your calendar viewable to other people, but also keep the details of your calendar private if you so choose. Some of you may already have this set up. In that case, this might be a quick review for you. Make sure you've selected your own calendar. It is identified by the word Calendar. Beside the word Calendar, right-click and go to Properties. You will see several tabs. Select the Permissions tab. By default, the calendars are set to free/busy time. This is what you want your calendar permissions to be if you'd like people to only see your availability and no details. I'll leave the permissions as they are, and if for some reason someone cannot see your calendar, this is the area you might want to revisit to see if your permissions need changed. I'll click the OK button and return to the calendar. Now it's time to create a meeting. There are several ways to create a meeting, and one of the methods is to select the New button. So I'll go ahead and use this method. Your standard appointment window displays. Next to the highlighted appointment button is the Scheduling Assistant. Select the Scheduling Assistant to continue to create a meeting. The Scheduling Assistant window displays. Right away you can begin to type in the names of the individuals who you want in your meeting. You can type the first then last name or vice versa. A small tip here is that the names are spelling sensitive, so if they are not underlined, it is an indication that you have mistyped the name and it does not match the name in the global address list. Another indication that information is not displayed correctly are the small hash marks across the scheduling line. This indicates that no information for a calendar can be found. One solution to fix the name is to select the Check Names button. The example displayed shows that Tina Reed is not recognized. From the Check Names box, you can select the Show More Names and go directly to the campus global address list. This is the address window, and you can now scroll through the global address list or try another spelling to find who you are looking for. There she is. I tried a different spelling. I must have misspelled her last name. You can double-click the name and add it to your meeting window. Now the information for her calendar displays. Notice how you have several fields to continue to add large groups of people to a meeting. Once you've added your attendees, it's time to pick a date and time for the meeting to take place. To the right you have a small calendar image. I prefer to use this method of choosing a date to book a meeting. Scroll through the days or even months to select the desired day. For this example, I'm going to schedule a meeting for September 15th and see what type of availability the group has. The date selected is highlighted in orange. Across the top of the window the date displays. You can use the scroll bar to go left to right and switch days. In the middle of the window, the availability of each participant displays. Notice how your own schedule shows details and the rest of the schedules only show free, busy availability. That is because the calendar permissions on those calendars are set to only free/busy, like you saw earlier. There is a small legend at the bottom of the screen that shows what each color means. So when you're booking your meetings, refer to this legend for a fast way to decipher schedules. One thing you might notice while we're in this area is that although we chose September 15th for our meeting date, our final step is to select a meeting time so that our meeting can be scheduled. Once we do that, the information in the start and end time area will change. The easiest way to pick a time that best suits everyone's schedule is to first select the duration of the meeting from the drop-down menu. I'll select an hour and a half for my meeting. Then look right below in the suggested times area and see what is available. As you go closer to the bottom and according to the legend, the time suggestions are less of a fit. As you can see, it tells you how many individuals are free for your suggested time. 3 of 3 are free, 2 of 3 are free, etc. I'll go ahead and grab the first availability and select the 9:30 a.m. slot. My meeting is set. I have a visual indication that all schedules are free and my start and end times changed. An additional option you can use at any time while scheduling a meeting is to add a room. This adds a reservation for a location for your meeting to take place. Select the Add Rooms button. A list of rooms displays. To select a room, double-click the room name and select the OK button. The room appears to be free as indicated in the suggested times options. If you haven't already added a subject line and an email, you can select the appointment button to go back to add details for the meeting. Once you have added all the appropriate information, you are ready to send the email. Remember, the Scheduling Assistant tool is only as powerful as the people who use it. The more people who utilize the calendar portion of Outlook, the easier it becomes to schedule meetings around all of the varying calendar obligations. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.